For over a decade, Sony and Microsoft have been fighting for console supremacy, but nearly 2 years into the latest console cycle, how do the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 stack up? To kick things off, let's take a look at the console hardware, and here you'll see a big difference. The PS4 has a smaller footprint while also being thinner, which is no small feat. Take a look at the iFixit teardown, and you'll see that the PlayStation is built more like a laptop compared to the distinctly desktop-like Xbox One. Considering the red ring of death overheating issues that plague the 360, it's not a surprise that Microsoft played it a bit safe this generation, but there's no getting around that the Xbox looks more like a VCR than a game console. Thankfully, you can customize both with a skin from Dbrand, which I have on my consoles. It's easy to get the exact look you want, like two-tone carbon fiber, or my personal favorite, the 1981 edition PS4. Look past the, well, looks, and the consoles are surprisingly similar. Up front, you'll find a slot-loading Blu-ray drive and power buttons on each, and while they're perfectly usable, I do prefer the bigger touch-sensitive buttons on the Xbox compared to the smaller, less accurate buttons on the PlayStation. You'll find a pair of USB 3.0 ports on the front of the PS4, where the Xbox has one USB on the side, along with two more around back. You'll also find the power connector, HDMI out, optical audio, HDMI in, dedicated Connect port, IR blaster, and an Ethernet jack. Compare this to the PS4 and we've got the same HDMI, optical audio, Ethernet, and proprietary PlayStation camera port, but the Xbox is the clear winner for this one. The extra USB 3.0 is nice, the IR blaster can be helpful for home theater setups, and the HDMI in allows the Xbox to control a cable or satellite box. It also comes with dual-band Wi-Fi compared to the single-stream 2.4 GHz solution on the PS4. If you live in an area with a lot of Wi-Fi networks like I do, the Xbox One does a much better job of pulling in a consistent signal, where the PS4 has so many wireless issues I had to run an Ethernet cable for it. It's not all good news for the Xbox though. While both come with 500 GB of capacity, the PS4 officially supports swapping drives. You can add a larger hard drive or go the SSD route to cut down on loading times, which is awesome, but at least the Xbox One allows installing games on a USB drive, which the PS4 doesn't. Even though the Xbox is bigger, it also needs a large external power supply, where the PlayStation is able to make an internal power supply work, making it quite a bit easier to fit into tighter setups. Something else to consider is that these consoles can put off some serious heat. Take a look at the Xbox One, and it tops out around 41 degrees Celsius under a full gaming load, which isn't too bad. This is mostly thanks to the top half of the console venting the hot air. Move over to the PS4 and you'll see similar temps on top, however most of the exhaust happens in the rear, and here we're reaching nearly 60 degrees. This isn't dangerous, but you'll want to make sure the PS4 has access to plenty of cool air. Put it in a crowded entertainment console and you could have issues. Dealing with all of that heat can result in a noisy console, so next I ran Grand Theft Auto 5 on both the Xbox and PlayStation for 10 minutes and measured how loud they got. While the Xbox One is barely audible, the PS4 gets considerably louder. During gaming this isn't much of an issue, but the Xbox scores a clear win here. Next, I measured power consumption for each console at idle, while watching YouTube, and playing GTA 5. Here, the Xbox makes the clean sweep, consuming 30 less watts at idle, and a still significant 16 fewer watts under gaming. Some of this gap has to do with the more power-hungry GDDR5 memory inside the PS4, but Microsoft has done a good job of optimizing for less demanding use, which is likely to make up most of the console's lifespan. Sony has built a better-looking console in a more compact package with some serious power under the hood, but Microsoft made a lot of good choices to make a quieter, cooler console with more hardware features, giving it the edge in this one. That's not the whole story though. Want to know how the controllers stack up? How about the performance? Stay tuned, this console war is just getting started.